Hey there, Derek Rydall here, and I want to talk today about, I think, a fun and provocative topic, why jealousy is a gift, why jealousy is a good thing. So I'm going to take a back step a little bit. You may have heard me talk about shadow work, and if not, I'll briefly talk about what it is. When you're growing up, you are having a lot of experiences, and as you're doing that, you're mapping out reality, you're mapping out who you are. You know, you express a particular quality, you get a reaction, and if that quality is creativity and your teacher says you don't have a creative bone in your body, that particular quality called creative goes into your shadow. But it goes into your light shadow because it's a quote unquote positive quality. Likewise, if you have a parent who's over controlling, you might have pain around that and say, I'll never be like that. And so controlling goes into your shadow, in your dark shadow. It's a quote unquote negative quality. It's not actually negative, but the things that are positive go into your light shadow, the things that are negative go into your dark shadow, until eventually you've divided up all the qualities of your being, and now you have your shadow and you have your identity or your ego or your personality. This is who I am. I'm not creative. I am this. I'm not this. I am this. I'm not controlling. I am relaxed. I'm flexible, whatever. So you begin to create a personality to compensate for everything you've put in your shadow, okay? So that's a basic, real quick minute or two understanding of how the shadow is made and how the personality is made and how your personality and your coping mechanisms are often made as a reaction and a protection strategy to keep your shadow down, to keep it at bay, okay? So now as you go through life, the things that trigger you or push you are your dark shadow. Though, like that person that's controlling triggers your controlling shadow, and you want to stop them or get away from them or you judge them. Well, it's really because controlling is in you. We're not going to talk about the dark shadow today though, but the other one, creative or beautiful or brilliant or smart or whatever, those could all be in your light shadow. And how do you know that? Because they pull you. So whatever pushes you or pulls you is a projection of your unintegrated power and potential. And so you see somebody and you're like, oh my God, they're so amazing. That's a shadow. That is literally your light shadow. You are seeing a repressed part of yourself. And when it gets really intense because you really want to be more, do more, have more, create more, and so that energy of that shadow is so close to the surface, then when you see somebody that's expressing that quality, you get jealous. You're like, God, why am I not getting that? Why do I not have that? I'm better than them. I could do what they're doing. And so you feel jealous. But the jealousy is a signal that a quality of your light shadow, a positive, productive potential is very close to the surface, and there's a lot of energy behind it. It really wants to come out. And so what you want to begin to do is own it. Is give thanks for that screen called the person that's actually allowing you to project your shadow image onto them. When you see them and they're like amazing and they're brilliant or they're beautiful or they're healthy or they're in love or they're wealthy or they're successful or whatever, you get excited. You go, instead of going, I hate that person or they probably didn't earn it or that's not fair or just be a fanboy or fangirl, you go, oh my God, I can feel the pull, I can feel the interest, I can feel, I want to be that, I want that. That means that's me. I'm actually seeing a reflection of me. And you can start reclaiming it, redeeming it, owning it. I'll tell you a real quick story. Years ago, I remember I was learning how to sing and play piano and all that, and I wasn't that great, but I remember seeing this person who was amazing. And I remember watching them sing and play, and I was like, wow, they're so amazing, and it so moved me. I so yearned to be like that. And I caught myself, and I reminded myself that whatever's true anywhere is true everywhere. Whatever's possible in anyone is ultimately possible in everyone, according to your unique pattern. And because there's really only one mind or one creative factor or one creative source. And I began to re-own those parts of me. I began to say, okay, thank you for showing me what's possible in me. And then I went back and I began to practice my piano and singing the way I'd pretty much practiced before. I didn't learn any new techniques. The only difference was every day and every time I began to play, I recalled the feeling of that moment when I saw them, when I felt the pull, when I felt like I wasn't it, but I was experiencing the quality of it. And I re-owned it. And I got back into that feeling. I reclaimed it. I thanked them in my heart for being a reflection of who I am. And then I would do whatever I was doing, practice the piano, sing. And within about a month, it wasn't a long time, doing that every day. Within about a month, I began singing like that person. I began playing like that person. I went up and played in front of an audience of a couple thousand people, and I hit those same notes. And I remember the person that was there, was actually at a church, and my mentor, and he was like shocked. He was like, whoa, where did that come from? He was like, that's a new note, man. And I was like, I know. And it's because, and what the only difference was, I reclaimed a fragment of my own psyche, which also means soul, by using the projection and the reflection on the screen of my experience of other people. So wherever you feel that pull, that luminosity, that, oh my God, they're amazing, they're beautiful, they're talented, they're this, they're that, or that's not fair, why do they have that, why are they that? That's your signal that you're seeing a part of you and that it's time to own it. It's time to reclaim it. It's time to draw that fragment back and then take action as if, like I was doing, I was still practicing, but I was also reclaiming. So I invite you to look at one of those areas and to actually make a little plan and create a little practice to start reclaiming those pieces and begin to design some practice or way of life that you do consistently that you would be doing if you really believed it. And watch as that talent, quality, ability begins to be activated and then become embodied and integrated, and then how it starts to manifest. And sometimes it'll manifest in relative terms. Like you'll start to see, like when you're trying to manifest, let's say a car, and you'll start to see, oh, now I'm seeing that car everywhere. Oh, now that car's in front of me a lot. Oh, now I'm parking and there's that car next to me. And then pretty soon you're sitting in the driver's seat. You get it? So go do that. Practice that today, even now, if you really are bold, and let me know how it goes. Post in the Facebook group, post in the private groups, and watch what emerges. This is exciting stuff. I can't wait to see what happens. Until next time, remember to live authentically, love unconditionally, and follow your destiny.